Hi guys, my name is Alicia. Most of you guys know me as Shy or Cheyenne, and I am a part of the amazing production team, and I serve on camera 6. That's it. Okay, so the week was normal. I was preparing for our fasting and prayer on Wednesday, and during fasting and prayer on Wednesday, Pastor kept talking about God being the finisher. And that really just sat with me. I really meditated on that word, the Bible verses. And on Friday, out of the blue, I get a call or a text message from the accounting department from the course that I'm taking. And they're like, listen, you need to run us our coins because you haven't made a payment since September. And I was like, you're right. So I looked at my account. I was like, okay, I really don't have it, but I gotta pay. I gotta make a payment. So I had $1,000, and like that was like the last. But I had $2,000 that I needed to pay. So I said to them, hey, can I pay you $1,000 now, and then at the end of the year, pay the remaining $1,000? And they said, okay. And I was like, okay, cool. So I messaged one of my friends. I'm sad because I'm just like, listen, I can't catch a break. Like every single day, there's always something. And she's like, listen, I'm gonna loan you $2,000. I was like, oh my God. Because like for me, I don't really borrow money. That's not something that I do. And it's not something that is very comfortable for me, but I also recognize that I needed help in that moment. So I accepted the money. Shout out to Nicole. And the next day I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make a payment. I'm gonna pay off the full balance so that I don't have to worry about it anymore. So Saturday night, I'm there trying to make a payment on PayPal. I always make a payment on PayPal. And the payments are not going through. I'm like trying to make a little lesser payment, trying to add a little more, and it's just not working. So I'm just like, I don't understand why this payment's not going through, but I'm gonna pay it after church on Sunday. So Sunday morning, I get to church, and I'm serving on the camera as per usual. And I don't know, I had a feeling when Pastor, you gave a little bit of a look, I don't know. I had a feeling that you were gonna call me for whatever reason. And you called my name and said that you guys were gonna be blessing me with $1,000. Now, during that time, I'm like focused, like I'm trying to make sure that I'm not moving the camera. So I'm not really processing, like I'm excited because like, I'm getting $1,000 to, go towards school because that was like the first thing that came to my mind. But I think I was more so like just excited for everybody else. It was very weird. Couldn't really process everything until after. So after church, I go to Pastor Chantal to say, thank you so much. And she asked me like, how's your week? Like, how did everything, like what's going on? So I explained to her, like out of the blue, these people called and wanted their money back. And I only had $1,000 and you guys gave me, $1,000. So it kind of like helps with the balance. And she's like, I'm giving you a check. We're paying it off. And I was like, oh my God, literally like pick me up off the floor. She's crying. I'm crying. Like it's a whole thing. And I was just, again, just shocked. Like, cause these types of things don't happen to me. So it was amazing. It was an amazing, amazing, amazing feeling. So I was like, okay, cool. So I go home and I send my teacher a message and I'm like, hey, like if I'm supposed to issue out a check to you guys, like what information do I need? So he's like, why can't you just deposit the check in your account and then like pay how you usually pay? And I'm just like, because I'm not paying out of my account. Somebody's paying for me. So he was just kind of like, I don't know, his energy was kind of weird. So I thought he thought maybe I was trying to do some bandulu business. I don't know. So I messaged the accounting department. They don't respond to me. I message him back now and I'm like, hey, I just want to send you like the video. I just want to explain why I'm asking for a check. Like, I don't know if you think like something weird is going on, but here's the reason why. So I actually sent him the video of the service and I gave him the timestamps. And he just responds, wow. And I was just like, okay, cool. Are you going to give me the check details? Because we have things to do. And then after that, I'm going to say about 30 minutes later, he sends me a message and he's just like, listen, I was moved by the service. You owe us nothing. We're absorbing the cost of everything. Don't worry about it. We just want you to focus on school, focus on getting a good job at the end of it. Like that's our priority. He's like, that's why I created this course because I want to help people like yourself, to get ahead. So I, again, just laid out. Just laid out because how? Again, it just shows how intentional God has been in my life and like even leading to this point, like that's a testimony for another time and I will share it. But first of all, I want to say thank you to Pastor Chantal and Pastor Andrew and the church, of course, because it was your generosity that made this possible for me. But, you know, one thing I love about this church is that the pastors care. You know, for me, they're always checking up on me to see how school is doing, how my exams are going. And I feel like they don't necessarily just care about, you know, my spiritual, they don't just only care about my spiritual growth, they care about my growth outside of church. And that's one thing that I really appreciate. And one thing I carry, like, I'm a big ServeCity supporter. Everybody knows ServeCity, that's my church. But you know, this church has really impacted my family. Like my mom goes here, my stepdad, my sisters, my cousins now go here. A lot of my friends go here. You know, it is a community. It does feel home. And, you know, I'm really proud when I do invite people to come and they feel at home. They're like, yo, I've never experienced a church like this. And then they come back. You know what I mean? I'm so grateful to be a part of this community, this family, because again, I've never experienced that. And I've been in church all my life. And I can't wait to hear, you know, all of the testimonies that are about to come out of this house. And I'm excited to rejoice with all of you. And yeah, I love you, ServeCity. Thank you guys.